Hey everybody, it's Dave Berman from Daily Laughers, and we're going to call this Laugh of the Day number 709 for Daily Laughers, December 9th, 2017. And I guess this video has been a couple of days in the making. It's been on my mind, and I haven't really felt like I wanted to share this, but I knew at some point I would. So here's the deal. A couple of days ago, Wednesday night, I was crossing a busy street in Ho Chi Minh City, and I had a collision with a motorbike driver. That in itself is not funny. I obviously survived and had minimal impact from the experience. Slightly skinned knee, my wrists are a little sore, my triceps I can feel, but the experience was really amazing to me in a lot of ways that I think I can attribute to my practice of intentional laughter every day and my study of the three principles, thought, mind, and consciousness, which I've been combining in my coaching work. And I've made a series of videos that illustrate how these things have been working together and how I'm using them to help myself and other people. So here's a real life example. And we'll do some laughter exercises as I share this story with you. And I'm going to tell you, hopefully the briefest version that I can, because I am sure that I could talk about this for quite a while if I wanted to, if people wanted to ask questions, but I don't want to do that here. So I'm crossing the street, and we're told here in Ho Chi Minh City, you just keep walking and that oncoming traffic will go around you. And to me, that suggests an oncoming driver is going to have to pass behind me because I'm going to keep going. But this guy, he tried to pass in front of me, and it was like I walked right into him. And the whole time, I did not experience a change in my breathing or my heart rate. It was amazing. I really did not experience fear as I know it. And I think it was because I have this grounded, deep knowing, this wisdom that I'm okay and everything's gonna be okay. And so it was almost as seemingly minor as if I was standing in line at a grocery store and somebody accidentally bumped their cart into me a little bit, like, hey, be careful, as I was impacted by the vehicle. And I didn't take a body blow. As I came in contact with the passing motorcycle, I did say something like, damn, man, like that was it. It was that brief. And I don't have sort of frame by frame recall of the video playing in my mind, which is really wonderful. And within a couple of seconds, I was safely on the median of the road, and I was aware that my heart rate hadn't picked up, that my breathing had stayed steady, that I could check myself out and see just this, barely skinned knee, and that I was okay. And for a moment, I did, I guess, what I might call close call laughter. Whoa, whoa. And I looked around, and the traffic had stopped, and the guy who I'd collided with, his bike had gone down and he had skidded a little bit. And I walked over to him to see if he was okay. He was picking himself up, and he seemed mostly okay. And I could see there was like a puddle, a little leak that had come from some part of his bike, and some of his things had flown in the air, and I was able to collect them and bring them back over to him. And skipping most of the details, let's just say I was able within a few minutes to get out of that situation and get myself off of that busy road to a safer place. And I knew that this was going to have some kind of ripple effects, lingering impact from the experience, but I couldn't know at the time exactly what they would be. I was aware that I was mostly okay, but my wrists hurt, so I did some aches and pains laughter. Just sort of testing that my arms moved okay, my hands moved, that I knew that laughing in the aftermath of this experience was also going to help me with how my mind would code the memory. And so I walked home and I cleaned myself up, and I had to change my pants. Let me show you this. These were the shorts I was wearing, and they got completely demolished down the left side, completely destroyed. And I was on my way to meet somebody, and I had to contact her and let her know what had happened and say, can we change our plans? I don't really feel like sitting in a movie theater, but I do want to spend time with you, and I do want to feel a sense of connectedness and remain in this kind of calm, grounded state. Like, this wasn't going to ruin my night. It wasn't going to create a long-lasting traumatic impact. And that was another thing. I was like really very aware of the way I was responding to the situation. I was aware of the way other people were perceiving it, or it seemed to me the way they were perceiving it, like, oh, this could be really bad. And I was just like, oh, okay, we can manage this. And I feel like my amygdala, the piece of your brain that codes things for fear and replays events that are traumatic, I feel like that part of my brain just said, no, I'm not going to store this memory here. So it made me think of the brainwash laughter, which we do like this. We imagine that we have a zipper holding our head together. We go, to begin opening it. We peel it apart. We take the brain out. And we wash it. And we put it back in, we close it up, and we redo the zipper. So that's a really, really short summary. There's a lot more to the experience and the aftermath of the past couple of days, really not talking about this, but writing about it and documenting so many insights that I've had from thinking about this and how it all played out and how I responded. And I really attribute the calm and ease that was my experience with this otherwise, dangerous and life-threatening and potentially traumatic experience. I really attribute my ability to handle it to my grounding, my deep understanding of the inside-out nature of reality, that I didn't need to make up a scary story about this, that I could just recognize that I'm okay, and of course I'm okay, and nothing can take that away from me. And my regular focus on laughter and breathing, and in particular this set of recordings that I've been listening to every day lately that I've made available for sale called Befriending Your Breath. You can get those in the dailylaughers.com shop, and I hope you will. That just waking up every morning to these suggestions about being more mindfully aware of my breath and laughing every day, that this just made my ability to cope with anything so much easier. And here was an experience coming along to reinforce that for me, to help me get a physical reminder that this is true for me, and it can be true for you too. This is not some kind of superhero power I'm describing. This is self-awareness, and you can have it too. And I'd love to share more with you about how that can be a predominant part of your experience too. If you find that you're easily shaken by experiences and you'd like to maybe stop being stuck on an old story, that kind of thing, right in my wheelhouse as a coach. And we'll laugh and we'll breathe and we'll talk, and you'll understand more about this inside out nature of reality. So I really encourage you to get the Befriending Your Breath recordings and talk to me about some one-on-one coaching, because this is my life, and I kind of like sharing it with all of you. I mean, life in general, not just the videos, but the videos are pretty cool too. We've been doing this every day for almost 2 years, And it would be great to have your help and support in being able to continue doing these videos and sharing about life, traveling around the world, being kind of guided by this inside out understanding and laughter above all. So thanks for watching. We'll have another Laugh of the Day video for you tomorrow. You can be part of our Daily Laughers Facebook group, subscribe on YouTube, and you can also support Daily Laughers with a monthly subscription on Patreon. That really makes a big difference, knowing that people are willing to throw down a couple of bucks a month to help keep this going. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.